Hi. Okay, so I want to show you step by step how to highlight and contour using two highlights. So I've color matched you for two different highlights. You're going to have a deeper color highlight and a brighter color. And I like to put them in my compact in order of the steps that I'm going to take. So I have my deeper, darker highlight color, then the contour, the lip and cheek, and the illuminator. So I always like to start with spraying myself with the setting spray, and then I do my eyes first. Get all of that out of the way. Your eye makeup can kind of be messy sometimes, especially mascara, and so if you can do that first, it makes it so much easier. And then I'm going to take the 30-second HAC brush. See how this end is kind of tapered? This is the side we're going to use to do the highlight color. So we're going to take this deeper or darker color highlight and think of this pretty much as your main foundation color. So this is going to color correct and give you the coverage and evenness. So I'm going to go in really lightly with this, a light thin layer, only as much as I need. And if you err for the less on the lesser side, so use less product and then add as you need more. And then you'll use less product if you'll do little small stippling motions and swirling motions to really work it into your skin. Got a little more on this side than the other. Okay, so we go in and make that large triangle under each eye. And then I'm gonna go in around the redness around my nose and upper lip. I'm gonna go ahead and do my whole nose because it's red. So anywhere you have redness or dark circles or sunspots, this highlight color, your darker highlight color, is gonna be your best friend because it's using color science to counteract those issues. So you're not using a big thick layer of makeup, but the color will give you the coverage. Okay, so I did my forehead and I didn't go all the way to the edges, I'm just doing the middle. And then last place is the center of my chin and blend it out. So I left this part and the perimeter of my face completely bare. But if I had some sunspots or things that I wanted some really good coverage on, I would go in and add that with the main highlight color, your darker highlight color. Okay, now I'm gonna swap sides of the brush and go in the brown color, that's your contour. Tap that in a few times. I'm gonna feel for the most prominent point of my cheekbone and come right in under there. Now this angle can be different depending on your face shape. So ask me about that and I'll help you with that. But basically you just create kind of a pie piece of contour and that will chisel out your cheekbone. Okay, and then we're gonna frame the face by following the hairline. So I'm gonna dip again in the contour. Every time you go for a new area of your face with the makeup, you'll dip again. So I'm going to get it in my hairline and sweep it forward, and that motion will blend it for me. The same thing with when you're chiseling out your cheekbones. Begin back here and come forward. And then I'll do the jawline by coming where we left off with the cheekbone, straight down, and then create a really nice straight line and blend down the neck. Okay, at this point, I can use this same end that I did the contour with to do my blush if I have the one brush, or I love the bronzer and blush brush. It's called the Be Bold brush. It's got a little fluffy, perfect fluffiness for bronzer and blush. So I'm gonna do my blush with this, tap a little color on, and then come right here in the apple of my cheek and come up onto my cheekbone just a little bit. See how that softens that contour really makes a difference. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, love, will you come get Beeps? I'm doing a video real quick. Okay, now take your perfector sponge, and it should be a little bit damp, just barely damp. And then you'll just do like a pressing motion, or kind of a press and roll with your wrist. And that will blend it all really nicely. You can kind of focus on the places where the highlight and contour meet and in under your eyes, because you don't want too much product there, especially. Okay, now while we're at it with the blush, we can take our finger and just tap in a little color with that. Okay, and then I can take the tipped end of my 30-second hack brush again to go in with my accent highlight. That's this lighter highlight color, or I can use the detail hack, which I love for highlighting with the accent color. So I'm gonna take the small end of the detail hack and come in the same places we began before, but just cover less surface area. So I'm gonna make a small triangle out to my cheekbone only with this color. And what this does is it brightens and gives added dimension. So you can see I'm just stippling it in really lightly. Okay. And then I'm gonna go right in the center of my chin, do a little triangle there between my brows and kind of create a little upright triangle here, or a diamond almost. And then I like to get just a teeny tiny bit, make a really straight line right down the middle of my nose. And then I can take the other end and contour my nose if I wanted to delve into that. Okay, and then we blend and spray with the setting spray. It's as simple as that. So if you want to get real creative, you can do your entire face with this palette. So you can do what I showed you here, the way we showed you. You can also put a little blush on, try putting blush as your eyeshadow. Prime your eyes with the main foundation color. I forgot to mention that. That's always a good idea. And then the contour can be really pretty as an eyeshadow, or you can put a little bit in like this under your lip, and it'll kind of give you a little plumping effect, or line your lips with it, or line your eyes with it, or some colors of contour work really well in the eyebrows, so you can do that. And then if you ever feel like, especially on camera, this happens to me where my chest looks a little bit different from my face, you can get a nice fluffy brush. This is the bronzer brush, the Be Bold brush, and get it in your highlight color, that darker highlight, and just do a light dusting of that. It doesn't take much product, but it can make things really come together nicely. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. I'm your personal makeup artist, so I'm here for you to help you, and we can figure out any issues or questions you have. Thanks for watching.